Alright guys, hi, welcome back. So right now I am going to explain the final portfolio assignment. I'm going to walk you through how to build the shell of the portfolio in Canvas, and then we'll walk you through building the first page of the portfolio. Alright, so just as a quick overview, if you click here, but you can get to it from the assignment panel. The very final, actually, let's look at it this way. The very final activity that you have for the semester is this, the final portfolio. Every English 1101, 1102 student in Georgia Tech, at the WCP at Georgia Tech, has to produce one of these portfolios. They are in lieu of your final exam, and they are the thing that measures how well you learned to reflect on your writing process and then fit a writing process to the context, to different writing contexts. So anyway, so let's get started. We build the portfolios in Canvas. So if you want to go ahead and navigate to Canvas, here, if you go to your home page, here we are on the home page, go ahead and click on Account. So you can get to Account from anywhere in Canvas. And then from here, you are going to scroll down to ePortfolios. Once you're in ePortfolios, you're going to click on Create an ePortfolio. Once you're here, you're going to be able to name your portfolio. So it looks like first, last, course section, or course title and section. All right. And then, all right, so now you have an option. If you want to make it public, it's not going to be searchable. You can leave it private if you want to, but of course, like everything in Canvas, it's behind a paywall, so public is a little bit more relative than it's not going to be on the open web. It just means that if you share the URL with me, I'll be able to read it. So I'm going to go ahead and make mine public. We can talk about making it private in a minute, but public doesn't quite mean public the way that you think of it. Okay, so my portfolio was successfully created. Here I am on the PortfolioCreation dashboard. So to create more portfolio pages, we can see here, if you click on this, you'll see that the portfolio comes with one page loaded already. So from this page, let's see, why don't we go ahead and edit this page? I'm going to call this page reflection, or how about reflection, and then we're going to save that page. So if you look at the requirements for the portfolio, so again, this is on our homepage or our course site, we're going to see that the portfolio is going to have 4 pages. So the first page is this, the reflective introduction. So I've just created a page called reflection. And then on that page, if you scroll down, you're going to answer this set of questions. We're going to spend our semester building up to producing this reflective introduction. So for now, we'll just build a page for it, and it's gonna that page is gonna hold. So in addition to that portfolio, or to that reflective introduction, you're also going to have a page for the poster for Artifact 1, and then all of the process documents, so PD2 and PD3, that you produced as part of the poster, which is both the PDF or JPEG of the image and the PDF or .docs file of the pitch. Subsequent to that, we have our new futures project, which is we'll be starting later, excuse me, today. It also comes with 2 process documents. And then finally, the Pachachka video, or the Pichakucha video, that has the single process document. So we can think about these portfolios as kind of very small websites, which means that we want to build the shell before we create the content. So let's build out all the pages we are going to need for our portfolio. So we have the reflection page, and to build pages, we're going to click on Organize Manage Pages. We're going to add another page. Let's call this one Artifact 1 Poster. And then we're going to add another page. When I click Add Page, it's going to save that page. Add one more. I'm going to call this one Artifact 2 New Futures. I'm going to add one more page. I'm going to call this one Artifact 3 Video. Could call it Pachachka Video. Now I'm done. I'm going to click Done Editing. If you mess up or you add out of order or you want to rename, you just click on the wheel right here, and then you can rename, delete, or move the pages up and down. Okay, so I'm ready to go. I've got my handy dandy poster page. I'm going to click on, oops, sorry. Okay, I can't get into the page until I click Done Editing. So now the pages are going to function as a regular link. So I'm going to click on Poster. Now I've got my poster page. So from here, I'm going to want to edit this page. All right, so like I said, these are kind of like little mini web pages. So if any of you guys have used, I don't know, like Weebly or WordPress or any of those types of web writers, there's some common functionality here. So we have a couple of different types of text boxes that we can use. So rich text, so like any word processing software you've ever used. You got alignments, type and font. You can add links. You can add a chart. In addition to the rich text box, you also have the HTML embed content box. So we'll leave that guy for a second and then go back to the assignment quickly, and we'll see what do each of the pages need to have on them. So for the artifact pages, you're going to want to have the artifacts themselves, and then also a short introduction followed by a response to these A through E prompts. So what does that look like? So we might say, or not might say, we want to have our introduction that explains the process through which the artifact below developed. So the story of how I composed the poster is really interesting. All right, now you tell me the story of how you composed it. Blah 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 blah. All right, I'm gonna save. Okay, so that's all rich text. You know, I might want to, instead of having introduction with a colon, use the heading. Use headings here. It's fancy. Okay, so now I want to embed some content. But how am I going to embed content? I'm going to embed content by opening my Google Drive. From here, I'm going to upload the PDF of, say, for example, my poster, which I fully buried. Whoops. Yeah, that's right. Okay, poster stellar. Okay, so here's my poster. Upload that to my drive. And I'm doing this so that I can generate a little HTML sentence to put into my box. Okay, so here it is, opened up. From here, I want to go to the dots and then down to open a new window. Now that I've opened it in a new window, I'm going to go back to the dots. I'm going to click on Embed Item. Oh wait, actually, before I click on Embed Item, I want to click on Share to check the privacy settings. Alright, so I know that the editors can change permissions and share, viewers and comments can share, download, and copy. There we go. Done. Right. And now I want to embed item. I'm going to cut and paste this into my box. All right, so from here, if I want to make it bigger or smaller, I'm going to have to manually do that. Let's make it 800 by 480 is fine. Okay, now I'm going to save and see what I got. All right, so this is what it looks like laid out. And so the difference between if I had just attached the image to the page, I would have just gotten a link. I don't want you to do that. You'll have points deducted. I need for you to embed the content into the page. So let's do another one. So we're still here. Let's keep editing the page. So now I want to also include my pitch. Same process. I'm going to go back to my Google Drive. I'm going to upload my PDF of my pitch. And then I am going to do the same, go through the same process as before. All right, so pitch draft. Check on the status. Open it in a new window. Get the embed item code. Cut and paste. Make it a little bit bigger. Save page. I want to include my, okay, do one more. I want to include, excuse me, my process documents here. So we're here, file upload, back to here. It's my PD2. Open it. Choose the wrong one, sorry. Same process. Open a new window. Change the share settings. Nope. That item. Here. Change the size. Save page. Let's see what we got. All right, looks good. If you want to be really fancy, another thing that you can do, or if you feel, okay, so here, if you want headings, generate the rich content box. Oops. And then, let's go on with content box. No. And then you can move the content box up. So underneath, let's see, there. So now you have a heading. There. So if you want to add separate headings in, you have the introduction. I don't know why that did that. It like ate up my Canvas is finicky. Where'd it go? It's like it disappeared entirely. So weird. Never mind. Okay, so the final thing that you want to do is go ahead and do a content box at the bottom. And then remember in the instructions, you have to answer this A through E. So goals for this project were whatever they were, and then purpose, and then whatever those were, and then audience, and whatever that was, and features, and then process. Okay, and then you can bullet it, or you can create a table if you want, and then that should be your final section for this page. All right, and now this page is done. And then when we hand in the new features, we'll build that page, and then when we hand in the video, we'll build that page. So that this does not seem too overwhelming, you can see that today's discussion question is a reflection on your portfolio or your poster project. So I'd like for you to, as a class, reflect on a couple of these questions, not all of them, but what sorts of invention writing did you do? Right, that's part one of the process. How did your thinking change? That's part two of your process. What changes or any did you make as you considered your audience needs? That's another component of the process that also includes audience. And then finally, if you had to revise, or if you were given more time to revise, what would that look like? So again, just in a few sentences, think about these topics, but then just remember that you can use the content that you generate here as draft work for both the introduction, the short responses, and then the final reflective essay. Final on this. If you missed anything that I just went over, again, here's the final portfolio page. Everything that I just went over, generating portfolio and creating pages, embedding files, embedding Google files, etc., are all available here in these slide shares. So if you got lost for whatever reason, everything is available in the side bar of the assignment, as well as this link right here to a sample portfolio that I created that you are welcome to use as a design template. Because if you click in, for example, to the poster page in the design, or in the sample poster, the text is nonsense. So it's more just a design and layout suggestion. So, okay, I know that was long, but it's easier to put the portfolio together in stages. So if you have any questions about any of this, let me know. Thanks so much.